Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück hier bei IGN Live auf der Gamescom, Gamescom Now und ich habe jetzt zwei wunderbare Gäste am Start, um über FIFA 20 zu reden und natürlich über den neuen Volta-Modus und alles, was FIFA 20 in petto hat. Und dazu begrüße ich hier auf meinem Sofa Matt und Sam von EA Sports. Thank you for being here, guys. Nice to meet you. Hi there.
Thank you for having us.
Hi. So Germany, of course, we have to talk about football. We have to talk about soccer. That's like the biggest sport in Germany. So how important is being at Gamescom for you guys?
Oh, it's huge for us. Obviously, Germany's a huge market for us, and like you said, massive fans of the game.
Yeah.
With clubs like Bayern Munich, obviously, like just huge in the world, and it's just important for us to be here and get feedback from the fans and the community, and learn about what people want and what they expect, and show them what we've made for them this year.
Yeah.
And just to add to that, some of the best FIFA players in the world are from Germany. So yeah.
Of course, yeah. Are you both like soccer fans for German soccer? Do you watch German soccer?
I appreciate Bayern Munich. I just mentioned them right now, but my club is not from Germany.
Okay. Also ich habe Sie natürlich gefragt, wie wichtig der deutsche Markt für Sie ist. Hier auf der Gamescom zu sein, ist natürlich sehr wichtig, extrem wichtig, weil natürlich Fußball hier in Deutschland, brauche ich nicht erzählen, natürlich der größte Sport ist. So, let's talk about everything new that is in FIFA 20. For me, the most important part is the Volta mode. Let's talk about how much FIFA Street is in Volta. So maybe start with explaining what exactly is Volta, what is your vision for Volta?
Yeah, so Volta football is really about celebrating the world's game in a way that our fans have been asking for. So you talked about how much of FIFA Street is in Volta football. Well, the spirit's in there, but Volta football is a brand new realization and vision for the small-sided game.
Yep.
And part of the reason for the word Volta is that Volta means to return in Portuguese, and for us it's going back to the roots of football, which isn't just street, it's just small-sided in general, right? So there's futsal and just in different forms of the game which we wanted to bring to life inside of the mode itself. So for us it was a great opportunity to kind of bring to life the stadiums that people go to every day, which are the streets, their cages, their courts. You know, it's not about the big stadiums for them, it's about their neighborhoods and how they play the game for them personally and how they creatively express themselves on that pitch. And sometimes, you know, those players in those environments, they actually influence how the professional game is played. And so it's a great opportunity for us to celebrate that and kind of bring a new and fresh experience to FIFA gamers.
Ja. Also er sagt, die Idee hinter Volta ist tatsächlich eben einfach dieses Straßenfußball-Ding einzufangen. Dieser tägliche Fußball, der auf den Straßen gespielt wird, in den Hinterhöfen. In German we say Bolzplatz, actually.
Okay.
For the backyard.
Yeah.
Ist natürlich eine Straßenkultur, aber es hat nicht mehr so viel mit dem alten FIFA Street zu tun. Es ist nicht mehr so diese Hipster-Geschichte, sondern eben dieser alltägliche Fußball, aber auch der in den Stadien gespielt wird, aber in diesen kleinen Arenen. We have gameplay now for Volta.
Yeah.
Can you explain Volta? Can you explain a little bit what we see?
Yeah, so right now you're looking at Volta Kickoff, which is where you can play with all the clubs in FIFA and all your favorite players in the Volta environment. So what you're seeing right here is our Tokyo rooftop, which is one of the more kind of bright and colorful environments. Has a really awesome kind of flair and uniqueness to it. And you're seeing 3v3 rush, which means no keepers.
Yeah.
In that situation, any player becomes the keeper when they need one. And also you're seeing walls, right? So something as simple as walls really changes the way the game plays, the speed of it. Obviously having no out of bounds kind of keeps it constantly in motion. And you can see right there, he played it off the wall to himself. It kind of behaves as almost another teammate for both sides, right? To kind of have this extra way to play the ball to yourself or to a teammate in the game. And it's amazing how much it actually impacts how the game feels when you're on the pitch. And it's also a great environment to really focus on skills, right, and skill moves. We simplified the skill moves, and we also added some simplified flicks as well, and added some new flair animations to kind of really bring to life that flair and that style of street football, and how the players, when they're on the ball, they have that a little bit more of a likelihood to perform a skill move and do something with a little bit of attitude to score that goal with some style.
Okay. Also was wir hier sehen ist auf dem, what is it, Tokyo Rooftop?
Tokyo Rooftop, yeah, it says the Tango League as well, you can see
Also
there.
auf dem Hochhaus auf einer Rooftop oben auf dem Dach. Es erinnert so ein bisschen an den alten Hallenfußball. Man kann über Bande spielen, also die Bande wird tatsächlich auch so eine Art neuer Mitspieler. Das ist jetzt der Rush-Modus, 3 gegen 3 ohne Torwart. Jeder, der hinten ist, darf Torwart sein, kennen wir natürlich auch vom Pausenhof und so weiter. Die Skillsets wurden ein bisschen vereinfacht, so dass man die Trickshots einfacher machen kann. How does that work? How do you make the trickshots in this game? You said it's a little bit easier than in the normal
Yeah,
game.
so the simplified skill moves are exactly that. You just hold down both triggers and move in a direction, and it'll do a contextual skill move in that situation. So that makes it a little bit easier for players to access it as well. And also the simplified flicks, you just click the right stick down, and it'll do a flick. You just saw one do right there. Okay. And again, those are contextual to the direction that you're moving in, so you can really string together really interesting plays really easily, or at least a little bit more intuitively. But also, if you're one of those core players who knows the skill moves really well, those are all in there as they are on the stick as well. So you can actually do them traditionally if you have that skill set already.
Also die Skillsets werden vereinfacht. Es wird deutlich einfacher sein, wenn man die beiden Tasten gedrückt hält, die Tricks dann auch auszuführen, damit es alles ein bisschen mehr nach Action aussieht, ein bisschen dynamischer wird, was eben auch zu diesem Hallenfußball-Stil ganz gut passt. Now we see like official teams, but it's possible to play with like mixed teams, create your own characters.
Yeah.
Like
so like I said,
focus,
this is Volta Kickoff. So this is from the main menu. You can go in there and just play with your clubs and your favorite players. But to play Volta inside of the Volta World, that's where you create your own avatar, and that's where we have, for the first time in FIFA, we have mixed gender teams, so men and women on the same court.
But only in Volta,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, only in Volta, which is awesome. It's a great experience. And really that experience is more about your avatar and how you can customize and personalize them and make them have your personal brand and style, not only the way they look and what they dress, but also how they play as well. And that was a nice little move
shot,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. And inside of that experience, you're going to be able to travel the world. There's 17 locations like Tokyo across 5 continents. So there's this one, obviously, like in Table Mountain in Cape Town, in the shadow of Table Mountain. The Eiffel Tower in Paris. We've got cages in London. Yeah. Miami. We go. Obviously, Tokyo here, Buenos Aires, Rio. So all over the world, we have these different environments that are really colorful and kind of bring to life, that particular country, that particular region's style of small-sided football. That was really important to us because for us, Volta football and small-sided football is about diversity and celebrating the game in all the different ways that people play it across the world and allowing people to kind of see those flavors and those varieties.
Ja. Also er sagt, was brand new ist auf jeden Fall, dass man mit Mixed Teams spielen kann. Das heißt, ihr könnt weibliche und männliche Avatare auf dem Feld mischen. Man kann natürlich auch ganz klassisch mit seinen Lieblingshelden spielen von den Bundesliga-Vereinen oder von internationalen Vereinen und alles drumherum. Natürlich gibt es auch ganz viel Avatar-Customization, also ihr könnt eure Person anziehen bis auf die Socken runter, even socks, right?
Yeah, socks.
Opening night
socks are part of your style, man.
Yeah,
socks
nice are important.
I'm not wearing any right now.
Also bis auf die Schuhe, alles runter, komplett eurem Spielstil anpassen. I heard there's a new story mode that is included in Volta, so I was a big fan of the journey mode.
Yeah.
So how do you try to continue this epic tale? But it's a new story, right?
Yeah. Well, so the journey was always thought of as a trilogy, and so obviously we brought that trilogy to a conclusion in FIFA 19, and had a lot of great feedback and a lot of fans of that, and so we wanted to, in spirit, have a new experience where you could experience, Volta football. The journey was about the pro game and about what that was like to come up in that world. But this is about the world of Street and the world of small-sided. And so that was, again, really important for us, that it was about expression and customization. So you can take your avatar through these environments, play against some real legends of street football that we have in there that you can test your mettle against and see how you match up against their skill sets. And then you can also build your squad and then try and aim for the most prestigious award in small-sided, which is the Volta World Championships in Buenos Aires. Okay. And along the way, you're going to, make some friends and probably some enemies, and it's just a fun, kind of lighthearted experience where you can kind of explore Volta and really experience what that world's like.
But does it work the same way? Like you have a little bit of story bits, and then you have like matches.
Yeah.
And depending on the outcome,
absolutely. But it's a bit more open and a bit more free, and and there's story here and there. We try to kind of integrate it even more so in the journey, so it's a bit of an evolution in that respect. There's more user agency in that they can create themselves, and kind of have themselves in that story as opposed to a curated character.
Okay, also der Story-Modus wird diesmal sich komplett auf den Volta-Modus konzentrieren. Das heißt, man kann mit seinem eigenen Avatar, ist your own avatar, right?
Yes.
Story-Modus.
Yeah.
seinem eigenen Avatar eben die Geschichte erleben, vom Straßenfußballkind oder von der Jugend, sich hochzuarbeiten bis eben zum Finale in Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires is with the Volta-World Championships.
In the heart of the football.
Yeah.
Also das klingt sehr spannend auf jeden Fall mit dieser Geschichte. You're the narrative director of the story.
Creative director.
Is there gonna be a lot of drama? Is there gonna be like a lot of personal stories?
I'm not gonna spoil anything here on live stream, but it's like any adventure. There's gonna be ups and downs, and there's gonna be people that get in your way. You have to get around, or if you want people to join your squad or what it might be, you get to decide how your team comes together and who you want to bring to that World Championships.
Okay. Also man wird auch sein eigenes Squad eben zusammenstellen können. Dieses eigene Squad dann eben wird auch mit einem interagieren, wird zusammen mit dir dann eben diese Geschichte erleben. Ich freue mich auf jeden Fall sehr drauf. I'm excited for the Volta-Modus, especially for the story.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about gameplay.
Yes, 11v11 gameplay. Yeah, so this year we're focusing on the three main areas of football. So on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And first I want to talk a little bit about off the ball. So this year what we wanted to do is to create more one-on-ones. So we did a lot of changes to our positioning system to give more time and space to the dribbler. So now he has that time, that space again to put his skills on use, basically. So what I mean is, in that one-on-one is the moment where you can do a skill move, where you can do strafe dribbling or something to beat the defender. And in previous years, there was more support from AI defenders. So we heard the community, they wanted a little bit more, less support, sorry. And now you get that in FIFA 20. So when you are in those one-on-ones, then we're bringing new tools to make sure those one-on-ones are fun. So you can beat defenders, or if you're the defender, then you can tackle the ball. So the tools that we have this year, which is on the ball, those are the features, is the first one, strafe dribbling. So it works with the L1 button or LB. And it's basically being very agile when dribbling. You can drag the ball around. And this tool is very useful to lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer to try to tackle you, then you can exit on speed or with a move. So it's a good tool when you have the ball. Then when you don't have the ball, we have the control tackling system. This system is using the technology from the active touch system that we implemented last year, but now to tackle the ball. So the player understands better how to position himself, how to basically stick the leg out to try to kick the ball away, so you can keep possession more often after you tackle. So that's very important. Then
translate for a second.
For sure.
So, sagt, das Wichtigste wird auf jeden Fall sein, dass es gibt 3 Main Focus Points, like on the ball, off the ball und der Ball itself. Also der Ball selbst steht im Mittelpunkt, es dreht sich alles um den Ball und vor allem verbessert werden soll eben dieses Gefühl, wenn man im Verteidigungsmodus ist, also den Ball selber besitzt, dann auch so, what is it called, strafe dribbling?
Strafe dribbling,
also man wird seitlich mit dem Ball eben auch trippeln können, die Leute näher an sich ranlocken können. Das steht auf jeden Fall im Fokus vom neuen FIFA. Und die Community hat sich gewünscht, dass weniger eingegriffen wird. Did I understand this correctly? They wanted less intrusion.
Less AI defending, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to manually control the defender, and then to tackle, you need to jockey your position, you need to time your tackle. So that's what they were asking, and now the game is definitely more in that direction.
Also wer sich das gewünscht hat, auf jeden Fall, es wird mehr Möglichkeiten geben, eben dieses Tackling selber auch zu steuern, die Defendants selber mehr rauszulocken. Und auch der Torwart soll, glaube ich, besser jetzt auf euch hören. I read that the keeper is more responsive to your commands now.
Yes, every year we do a lot of improvements to the keeper in terms of animations, in terms of deciding where to save. So yeah, you expect new behaviors from the keeper as well.
Yeah.
And then there's...
But does Manuel Neuer take commands from you?
Manuel
Neuer, the German keeper?
Yeah, he's amazing in the game.
I think you coded it like he doesn't take commands. Like, he knows better.
No, I think he's amazing in the game as well, in real life.
He's right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah.
Also selbst Manuel Neuer könnte jetzt Kommandos geben im Spiel, das ist gut zu wissen, vor allem für die Dortmund-Fans. So let's talk about German soccer. There was a big announcement for all German Bundesliga-Fans, right? Bundesliga-Fans können sich, glaube ich, ganz besonders jetzt auf FIFA 20 freuen. let's talk about the Bundesliga, the German league.
Yeah.
That's like a main focus now.
Yeah, so we have the whole league now, which is big for us. And obviously the German league is top quality football, and for us it was really important to capture that as we do any other league, and now we've got it, so that's kind of a big win for us to have that level of play. You see, Dortmund versus Bayern right here, those are two elite clubs going at it, and to have that level of authenticity across the entire league was a huge step for us.
So I believe it's 17 new stadiums. I believe is the number.
And new motion capture and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that's a big year for us.
And a nice touch always is like that's the official Bundesliga graphics and stuff like that. So the off-screen presentation feels like you used to from television.
Das ist korrekt.
Genau. Also für Bundesliga-Fans wird auf jeden Fall, es gibt 13 neue Stadien, es gibt irgendwie neue Teams natürlich, die jetzt auch wieder aufgestiegen sind, alle mit Motion Capture, mit neuen Bewegungen dabei, und für alle, die das eben auch kennen von der Fernsehübertragung, werden die offiziellen Grafiken auch benutzt, wie man sie aus der Fernsehübertragung oder eben auch aus dem Stadion dann kennt. Great. So,
that's cool.
Anything more to add?
Yes. I can tell you a few more features in gameplay.
Yeah,
so we have brand new free kicks and penalty kicks, new systems in there. And the idea is that they are more accessible. It's pretty easy to aim where you want your shot to go. But then when you add more, for example, the spin, when you want your free kick to curve around the wall or over the wall, then that's where you need to master the mechanics. So there's more depth, so you can learn. And so how it works is you shoot first, and then when the player is starting to run to kick the ball, you need to swing your right stick. You bring it down and then up. If you go through the right side, then that's right spin, the ball will curve to the left. You can do a knuckle shot, for example, by bringing it down, up, and down again. So there's more options that you have in free kicks, and then the system is just more rewarding because you get exactly what you requested with when you swing the right stick. And we also have a brand new ball physics system in FIFA 20. I think it was very important for us to make sure that the ball behaves like in real life, so it bounces in a more realistic way. If it hits me, it deflects in a different way. I absorb some of the impact, for example. And then when you shoot, you see more pronounced trajectories. For example, if you do a finesse shot, you will see more curve. Mm-hmm. If you do a lace shot, you may see a dipping shot or a rising shot. So the ball just behaves more like a ball from real life.
Okay.
So that's important as well.
That's always important. Like it's the most important part of the
exactly.
Game. Die Ballphysik wurde ausgiebig überarbeitet, vor allem soll sich das bei Freistößen und Strafstößen eben auswirken. Er hat sehr genau erklärt, wie man eben mit der Steuerung jetzt so Effet reinbringen kann in den Ball, dass der Ball realistischer fliegt, natürlich auch realistischer vom Körper abprallt. Das soll alles miteinander einspielen, natürlich auch, dass wenn die Spieler sich gegenseitig mit dem Ball abschießen, dass der Ball auch physikalisch korrekt abhüpft. Die Freistöße werden eben so weit überarbeitet, dass es ganz viele neue Möglichkeiten gibt, auch diese Freistöße auszuführen. There are a lot of new ways to do the shots.
The shots in free kicks, but there's something else as well. We call it the composed finishing. So this is different changes composed finishing. Okay. Different changes to the shooting system to make it more consistent and more clinical. So what this means is if you're in a one-on-one with a keeper, there's a lot of time and space, then you should be able to score most of your shots. But if you are in a more difficult situation outside of the box, the ball is bouncing, a volley is much harder, so you will have more chances to miss. And then we also added a new mechanic, it's called setup touch. It's basically the ability for you to just push the ball ahead of you so you can approach it with the right speed, with the right angle, and kick it in a better way. So you have more chances to score. And how it works is you press the right bumper and then you flick in a direction, and then you will do that little setup touch that allows you to have a better shot or a better pass.
So that's a lot of detail for all the pro players.
Exactly.
I think I will try to get confused, not to get confused, trying these shots. Es wird sehr viel neue Detailverbesserungen geben. Ich glaube, wir haben einige davon eingefangen. Wir werden ausführlich dann natürlich auch noch anspielen und weiter hier berichten. Thank you guys for coming by. It was very interesting. can we play Volta on the stage
Yeah,
here?
so you can check out Volta right now here at Gamescom.
Okay.
But it's also going to be, if you want to get it early, on EA Access and Origin Access on September 19th.
Genau, also 19. geht's los. Early Access könnt ihr natürlich auch schon anspielen oder ihr kommt vorbei hier auf der Gamescom. Ihr könnt auch uns besuchen hier in Halle 7, auf unserem Stand mal vorbeischauen und natürlich bei den Jungs hier Volta spielen und die neuen Sachen ausprobieren. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Very interesting.
Fun.
I'm looking forward to the story mode in Volta.
Cheers.
And let's see you on the playfield.
Cheers.
Okay. Ihr bleibt auf jeden Fall dran. Jetzt geht es gleich hier spannend weiter mit weiteren Themen hier bei IGN Live auf der Gamescom.